Hello, everybody. Welcome to Living a Healthy Lifestyle Show with your favorite holistic health coach, Carrie Kay. Today, I am going to interview another holistic nutrition coach, Jose Orlando. He will be joining us really soon. So, a little bit about him is he's going to teach us how to turn the body around. There's some different things that he teaches where I've actually incorporated myself, where I don't eat until till noon, because the body can be very toxic before noon. I didn't understand this, but it's really helped me get rid of a lot of toxins and things. Also, he is teaching that going to bed at 10 o'clock at night is one of the best things to do too. And he will be on here momentarily in just a moment on the show. So, welcome, guys. I'm going to teach on living a healthy lifestyle today. Um, we have a 5 step program that me and I work on with all my people, all my clients, and other people that are interested. And that has to do with your mindset. Because if you go into any program that you're wanting to work on, or any goals or things that you're wanting to work on for 2024, you have to go into it with a good mindset, right? Everybody should have a good mindset of anything that they're doing. I also teach people to alkaline your water, to drink really great water every day. Your body needs water. It's like a waterfall going through, getting rid of all the gook and the nasties. If you don't have water in your body, then your body will dry up, literally. Kidneys won't be working, organs won't be working. People say to me, well, I don't really want to drink water. I don't like the taste of water. Well, put fruit in your water. Guys, do something to your water to create it something where it tastes better, right? Don't put anything in your water that you shouldn't put in your water, because people use those Milo drops. They use artificial things in your water, and those things actually make your body and your health go downhill, literally. So you don't want to put anything that's artificial in your body. But drink lots of alkaline water whenever you can. I usually put a couple of drops of chlorophyll in my water, and that seems to work to alkaline the body. There's lots of alkaline water out there, but it's not necessarily, you're paying for something that says alkaline. You want to make sure, because a body that is more alkaline and less acidic is a body that is going to fight off disease and illness. Um, More than likely, a lot of people have a lot of disease and illness in their body. People are more acidic than they are alkaline. So you also should get lots of greens, right? You should get your greens. You should make your smoothies every day. They're very, very healthy for you, very, very nutritious for your body, to also alkaline your body. So I get my greens. I have a green salad every day. I do my smoothies in the morning. You guys have seen that on Living a Healthy Lifestyle. And the third step is nutrition. Nutrition is ever so important. Nutrition is, I cannot even tell you that 80% of everything that you do should be really good nutrition. Now, with that being said, if you're not used to consuming really good, nutritious foods, you can start off slow. I started off slow with a couple of plant based meals during the week, or vegan meals during the week. Our beautiful chef, who we just had on the show recently, Shari, she teaches how to eat healthier. And we just had her on the show recently too. That was really, really good. She teaches us how to eat vegan. And I actually like some of the vegan things. I had a vegan burger. I had a few things that, that she actually does to help the body to work better. So nutrition is huge, guys. The fourth step is exercise, but nutrition is more than exercise. Like, you can exercise, you can dance, you can do fun things, but if you're not eating good, nutritious meals every day, you're not having your salads, if you're not drinking your smoothies, guys, if you don't really get those nutrients that build your vitamin D, build your vitamin C, build those things in your body that you need, then, people take supplements. Well, supplements aren't really the greatest thing. I've had a couple of clients that have taken supplements, and actually they can be cause of gut health. They can be cause of really bad gut health. So you want to be careful of what supplements you're actually ingesting, because they all can counteract against each other and not work for one another. They work against each other. So that's really important to remember when you're getting your nutrition, that you try to get nutrition from foods and not supplements. Now, there are certain supplements that I do recommend as a holistic health coach, one of them being magnesium. A lot of people are magnesium deficient. They don't get good magnesium, they don't get good vitamin D, things like that. So, and there's really great companies like Melaleuca that you can get really good probiotics, good magnesium, good things for your body. And if you're buying them, magnesium or any of those supplements from the stores, they're going to be pharmaceutical. If you're buying them from like a company that has a great reputation, like I said, Melaleuca, I use a lot of supplements from them, different ones, to like, there's a probiotic that I take, and there is a vitamin D that I take. We are in the sun, but here lately it seems like there's been a lot more cloudy days than there is sunny days in Florida. Not sure why that's going on. But nutrition is so important, guys. Start off slow. If because you can't just jump into any type of program and be extreme about it. You jump in a little bit at a time, right? So I teach my clients, maybe just add a couple of days where you're going to be eating healthy. And intermediate fasting, I highly recommend that, unless you have diabetes or you have any diseases or illnesses. And of course, I do want to say, before Jose gets on, I do want to say that we don't treat, heal, or cure anything. We are not doctors. Anything that we teach as holistic coaches, it's to help you. It's not, and we work alongside doctors to help the doctors to see that nutrition is very important. Drinking water is very important. Some people are not ready in their mindset to make a lifestyle change, but that's what it takes for people, is making that lifestyle change. And once you can do that, little by little, you will see your body change. So pick some of your favorite foods, and and I'm talking vegetables now, guys. I'm going to start being into the vegetables, but pick some of your favorite foods that you enjoy, and eat those. Like, I eat salads every day, but I make them different ways. I can have a tuna salad. I can have, and I do mock tuna, which I can send you guys the recipes for through wonderful Shari, who is our vegan chef. She does mock tuna. It's a really great recipes. But you can do different things. I love my shrimp on my salad, so I keep shrimp in the freezer. I love to eat different things on my salad. Sometimes I will try different things. I have beets in my salads, and banana peppers are amazing for upping. But if you have a lot of problems with your esophagus, if you have problems with swallowing, if you have problems with peppers, you might not be able to do that. But peppers are very, very, very good for you. They help people, the metabolism, right? You've seen people take supplements for peppers. So, and you can make peppers all different ways and have a nutritious meal with stuffed peppers. You can put rice, you can put vegetables in your peppers. I've made Mexican peppers, I've made seafood peppers, all kinds of things that you can do. So every single week, you want to try to start eating healthier. And I'm waiting for Jose to come on. I think he's having some issues coming on. So let's just give him a call and see what's going on and why he can't get on, and see. But, exercise is really super important. So let's see why he can't get on here.
Hello, hi.
Jose, are you trying to get on?
Yeah, I've been trying, and then it made me load up something, and I tried to paste the link, and it goes to there. I'm showing my videos working, and it says that the host is the only one that can see me that will let me in, but I don't know what's going on.
I don't see you. I don't see you trying to come in.
Is this on YouTube or on StreamYard?
It's on StreamYard, it's on YouTube, and it's on Facebook. I sent you all the information.
Well, I tried to log into YouTube because there's a link below the StreamYard. There's another link for YouTube, and I went in there, and it.
Well, that's okay. You're live. You're live right now. We just can't see you, so I would just go ahead and just talk. People can hear. If you can't get on.
Okay. All right. Well, let me give it one more try, okay?
Yeah. I'll pray in Jesus' name.
I'm going to do it on YouTube to see if it works better on YouTube.
Well, you got to go on to StreamYard to get on. You have to go on that link I sent you.
I can see you right now. It says live.
Right, but I don't see you trying to come in.
Right now, there's no there. Right, but I don't see you trying to come in. Well, it says create a channel to join the chat.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go in there and create the channel, but that's okay. You can do that. I'm still on. We got time.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go in there and create the channel, but that's okay. You can do that. I'm still on. We got time. So how do I create the channel? I hit there.
Yeah, you have to go in. You have to go in and StreamYard, and then and you have to go in there and download it, and then go in, and you'll be on.
And then you have to go in there and download it, and then go in, and you'll be on. No, it says chat.
So I'm gonna let you go while you do it. Anyways, he's trying to get on. We just got some technical difficulties. He'll be on in just a few minutes. It's no problem. So anyways, as I was talking, so the next step to nutrition, because we're talking about the 5-step program to living a healthy lifestyle. The first step is mindset, because the battlefield is the mind. The second step is water. We got to drink lots of alkaline water. Then it's nutrition. Now I'm going to talk about moving the body. If you don't move the body, if you don't find something that you can do and some people can't. Some people have to stretch and get their body going, And so in that case, if you can't do a lot of exercise, do what you can do to move the body. And then I recommend stretching, definitely. But for people that want to go out and exercise, the body is going to metabolize the food intake, and you're going to be able to get rid of the food faster, right? You're like food that you're ingesting maybe it's not healthy for you or whatever. If you're exercising, you're going to be able to get your metabolism up, and you're going to be able to get rid of that bad food that's in your body, especially if you're eating unhealthy. So exercise is huge for our stamina, for our cells. Our cells need exercise. They need to keep moving. Circulation and blood flow is really huge too. So while we're waiting for Jose to get on, I'll talk a little bit about that. Most people don't have good circulation and blood flow, they just don't. And that's why there's a lot of issues with that. So, a lot of ways that you can do that is to get out and move the body. So, get out and, like, I dance a couple times a week. You will see that on Facebook where I dance, and that goes into to help with my circulation and blood flow. um I stretch. You also need to do some type of workout, right? You need to work out your muscles, because if you don't, then they're just going to get flabby. And so it's very important to exercise. It's good for the heart. It's good for your heart to exercise. So find something that you do, because I used to say exercise is a dirty word for me. And but dance is wonderful, right? So find something that you enjoy doing and do it. And then the final step to living a healthy lifestyle is to sleep. Guys, we are not getting adequate sleep. I'm all the time on my husband about not having the phone by your bed, not being the first thing that you get on in the morning is your phone. Guys, you got to wait a few minutes. Thank Heavenly Father that you're actually getting up that morning, right? Because we're not all promised tomorrow. So, getting that full 8 hours of REM sleep is very vital and crucial to our health and our wellness. It's extremely. When the body is sleeping, and I'm talking about undisturbed sleep where you're in that REM sleep, and when that happens, the body is healing. It's healing the body all the way. And if you're not in that REM sleep and you're undisturbed and you are disturbed in your sleep, most of the time our phones, our cell phones, the TV, turn off the TV at least 30 minutes before you go to bed. Read a little bit, right? But don't be on your phones before you go to bed. You have to get rid of those EMFs in your body so that you can go into a nice, peaceful, deep sleep. That's really, really important. And there's a lot of research that's done that the body heals when it's sleeping. When it goes into that deep sleep mode, it's healing. And there's a lot of research done on that. So, at least 6 to 8 hours. Now, some people can get away with 6 hours of sleep, and highly recommend no caffeine after like 3 o'clock. Okay, a lot of us at 3 o'clock are pushing for the caffeine. That's why my stuff is all natural. I'm all natural, so I don't drink caffeine, I don't drink coffee, I don't drink tea, I don't drink pop. I have a lot of clients that stop drinking pop and they've lost weight, they've lowered cholesterol, they've lowered blood pressure. A lot of people rely on energy drinks. We rely on a lot of things to help us to get through the day. And some people take a lot of sleeping aids to help them sleep. That counteracts everything. So the main thing is after 3 o'clock, no caffeine. Guys, you really shouldn't. And after 6 o'clock at night, you shouldn't eat, or after a certain amount of time. The guy that's going to be coming on here, he's going to be talking about that. If we can get him on here today, it doesn't look good. I wanted to just talk for a little bit about my 5-step program while we were waiting. We may have to reschedule the show because he's not able to get on right now, and I apologize sincerely. Sometimes we just have technical difficulties and it just doesn't work. So we may have to reschedule the show with Jose if we can't get him on here really soon. Um, I can give him a call, but then there's that feedback that's going on. So I don't think that's such a good idea. But so I appreciate your guys' patience. Sometimes we have technical difficulties, and today we are having a technical difficulty getting um, holistic nutrition coach Jose Orlando on. So hopefully he'll be on soon. And if not, we will reschedule the show. But guys, it's really important for us to have a good mindset, for us to drink lots of alkaline water, for us to get good nutrition and exercise and sleep. It's super, super important to take care of you, right? There's only one of you, so take care of you. Spend time with yourself doing stuff. If you don't like yourself, you're not going to have a good day, right? There was a long time where I had that issue where I didn't want to spend time with myself. I stayed so busy all the time. I never did anything for me. So it's very important to do something for you, whether it be go take a walk, go take a bath. I have a hot tub I can get into, go take a dance lesson. You're only one of you. You can't go out there and change the world. You can't be on a plane and the plane be crashing and you give your mask to somebody else. I've learned that you have to take care of you. And so that's really, really important that you learn that. And a lot of people are out there trying to change the world, take care of everybody else, but they're not taking care of them. And that is just super, super important, to take care of us first. So I appreciate you guys jumping on today. We are having some technical difficulties getting the nutritional coach on board. I don't know why he can't get on. Um, so we may have to reschedule, and we were supposed to be on till 4 o'clock. So we may be able to get him on here in just a few minutes. But once again, guys, just with the 5 step program, it's all about your mindset. It's about drinking nutritional, healthy things. Drinking really good, healthy water. I've invested money in my health, because if you don't invest money in your health, without your health, you have nothing. Okay? They say without your health, you have no wealth, right? There's no wealth. And so it's very important for you to have your health, to be able to take care of what you have. This is our body. This is our temple of God, and we must take care of it. So I guess he's not able to get on today. And so I just kind of wanted to go over my program and tell you how important it is that every day that you try to do those 5 steps, you thank the Heavenly Father that you are awake and alive, and you're able to, um, you know, you're able to do the things you need to do, that you have good health. You drink lots of good alkaline water, eat good nutrition, exercise, and sleep. So that's the 5 step program that I go over. And I guess we're having technical difficulties with Jose getting on. So um, we probably are going to have to reschedule. Hold on, let me see if I can get him on.
Hello.
Okay, Jose. That's all right. So why don't you just get started? And just, I'm sure they'll be able to hear you. I can hear you just fine.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, let's go for it then. Or you want to reschedule, whichever way,
Well, we will reschedule, but just go ahead.
All right. So, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Jose Orlando Ramos. I'm a holistic nutrition coach and a certified systemic optimization coach. And for those who do not know what a systemic optimization coach, I want to give you the definition first of a human person. And we're basically a group of systems in harmony with dual consciousness. Okay? That's the definition of a human being. A group of systems because medicine used to treat, well, still does mostly. Most medical procedures are right. They treat a human being as organs, separate organs, and we're not separate organs. We're systems. So that's why I decided to concentrate on being a systemic optimization coach. Okay, and I would like today to concentrate so that people know that we have an academy. It's called Cutting Edge Wellbeing Academy. And under that academy, it's a prevention umbrella because prevention is the solution. I mean, the statistics are clear. If we do not counteract, we are going to get sick because there's a universal law. It's called the universal law of entropy. And this universe is that universal law applies. And basically, entropy means we're degrading. But we can slow down that degradation, and we can prevent. But I'm in this journey because I had an experience in 2005 where I was in a doctor's office in the waiting room, and I listened to people talking, and I realized that people think that being sick is normal. I mean, it's a paradigm. It's already become a paradigm where people think it's just part of life. I mean, there's nothing they can do. Not everybody, but most people. And what happens? People think if they don't do anything, things are going to stay the same. And they're not because of this universal law of entropy. We're going to degrade. So that's why we have to do something to counteract. Because we're going to degrade, but we can slow down the progression of that degradation. Okay, so we have 5 programs under Cutting Edge Wellbeing Academy. Today we're going to talk about 2 briefly, whatever time we have. And it's basically systemic optimization and Project Impulse. We also have extended longevity, we have meditation, and we have the science of movement. I heard you talking a little while about movement. I try to keep it as simple as possible. So, walking. Any movement program. I like the word movement more than exercise. So basically, it would be flexibility, cardiovascular, and strength training. Now, when I say strength training, we don't have to go to gym and lift weights. I mean, it's okay to lift weights, definitely. But there's a way that I teach where we combine and we cover all those aspects in a very simple way. Okay. So anybody that's interested then can get a hold of me and we can talk about that. So basically, there's the word essential. Okay, we're going to talk about systemic optimization. There's a protocol. One of my mentors, a neuroscientist, Dr. Noel Alicea, he developed this protocol. It's called a Pentarian protocol for systemic optimization. Pentarian means 5. So there's not 5 essential aspects that we have to cover before we do anything else because they're essential, okay? And those 5 aspects are, number 1, the most important nutrient for the human body. People think it's water or some mineral or some vitamin. No, it's called nitric oxide. It's a gas. And we need to optimize that gas because the more optimization, we can decide either to be regular or be optimized, okay? So I want people to be optimized, be optimal. And basically we teach a breathing exercise, very simple. It takes maybe 2 minutes max to do it. And you bring your levels of nitric oxide, you optimize them, okay? And again, I can teach this. Anybody afterwards, I imagine if we can, give them a phone number or my email, and we can contact people. Can contact me. So that's number 1. And this investigation of nitric oxide wins the Nobel Prize in 1998. We are not going to share anything that has not been scientifically validated. Okay, that's a promise I make everybody. And when we say cutting edge, we mean cutting edge. What we teach and what we share, the knowledge we share, is cutting edge. Which I don't know if you know, most advanced knowledge doesn't reach the masses maybe for 15, even 25 years, and sometimes it never does. It stays in the medical elite. Okay, So that's number one. Remember, there's five. Number two is water. But again, how much water do we have to drink? There's a formula, and it's very simple. It's 1 ounce per pound of weight. And as you mentioned, I also recommend alkaline water. Okay? So 1 ounce per pound of weight. Let's take myself, for example. I weigh 130 pounds. I need to drink 130 ounces of water during the day, but 50% of that water has to be consumed by mid-noon, by noon, because of which I'm going to explain now in the next aspect, which is chronobiology. But because the cells are excreting in that period of time, and they need that amount of water. Again, we have to drink room temperature water. If you drink cold water, it is not hydrating. It will not hydrate you. It's that simple. Okay? And if you put ice in it, it's even worse. So let's be clear. Also mix it with the saliva. You know, you do not guzzle water. You put it in your mouth and you move it around so it becomes, because our saliva is part of our digestive system. So the more we mix it with the saliva, the more absorption there's going to be also. Because a lot of people tell me, oh, well, I drink a lot of water. Well, I have a digital scale, which gives me one of the parameters it gives me is the percent of hydration, body hydration. And most people come out dehydrated, and they tell me, but Jose, I drink water. Well, your body's not absorbing it, so there's ways of bettering that. So that's number two. Number three is chronobiology. Chrono meaning time, biology, life. Okay? Again, this wins the Nobel Prize in Medicine in 2017. And it's basically, I like to simplify things. Our cells do not know what time it is. They operate by the position of the sun. And they divide the 24-hour day in 8-hour periods or cycles. Okay? The first cycle begins at 4 a.m. Again, because of the position of the sun, the cell membrane opens, but only to permit what's inside the cell go out. And that's the famous excretion mode or excretion cycle. And 8 hours from 4 a.m. till 12 noon. Anything you ingest during that period that's not water is carbon, and it's toxic to the cell at that period of time. Okay? Because since the cell cannot absorb, it converts whatever you put into your body into a toxin, and it deposits in the adipose cells, which are fat cells, to take out later. But as you know, the take out later doesn't happen, or it happens slowly, etc. Okay? And then at noon, again, because of the position of the sun, it doesn't matter if you're in a building or in a house, the cell membrane inverts, and then it permits the what's in the plasma to come into the cell, which is the absorption cycle. Again, it runs for 8 hours, from 12 noon to 8 p.m. So if it starts at 12 and ends at 8, the middle peak, or the peak, is at 4 p.m. At 4 p.m. should it be our best ingestion of food, okay? Because that's when our cells are under maximum absorption, or as close as possible to 4. I know sometimes it can be right at that time, but we can try to get as close as possible so we can absorb as much as possible. Okay? Then at 8, I'm simplifying this. There's much more to talk about in other podcasts. We can, once we fix our technical difficulties, then we can talk a little more. And basically, at 8 p.m., the cell membrane becomes a cell wall. And basically nothing comes in or out. Again, exceptions are permitted, but the problem with humanity is they have converted exceptions into habit, and that's where we run into problems. Because of course, if you're in a party or in some type of activity, social activity, and they offer you food at 9, 10, whatever, then, sure, do it, but again, make sure it's an exception, and go back to your lifestyle, the healthy lifestyle, okay? And basically, there's many things that happen during that period from 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. Again, we're supposed to go to rest at 8 p.m. But I know in our modern society, that's a real challenge. But there's no reason we can't do it at 10 o'clock. Because if you go to rest, because we don't sleep, people keep talking about sleeping. We do not sleep. We have a lapse of consciousness. And that lapse of consciousness can change from night to night. Because as long as we close our eyelids and we're horizontal, our body sends our brains, which we have 5 brains, which another time we can talk about, and sends our brains the message that it's time to regenerate. So 2 things, remember, just have to happen. As long as your eyelids are closed and you're horizontal, you're regenerating. Okay? We don't necessarily need to sleep. Again, we have that lapse of consciousness, so let's flow with it. The problem is people do not know how to be still, and they jump in bed, like you mentioned, Gary, and since they can't sleep, they start taking medications, first over the counter, then under the counter, etc., when there's no need for that. But 3 things happen that are critical in this regeneration period. Okay? First of all, the synthesis of proteins. If the amino acids and proteins we ate during the day are good, then your body's going to synthesize it during that period of time. Number 2, the regeneration, cellular regeneration. We lose every night 50 billion cells. If we did things right, we're going to replace those, because remember, the body heals by creating new cells. Okay? And third, the alteration of our DNA. Okay? And the last aspect, the 5th aspect of the Penterian protocol has to do part with this alteration of our DNA, which I'll explain in a minute. Okay, so that's basically the regeneration mode. The reason we should not go to bed after 10 o'clock is because the next day you're going to lose 40% of your cognitive capacity. And 50% of your immune system is going to be compromised. As you know, the coronavirus, all the damage it did, because we found out that most people have an immune system that is compromised. So we need to do everything possible to optimize our immune system. How do we optimize our immune system? With a healthy lifestyle. And we have the knowledge. And I invite you to please see a documentary on YouTube. It's called The Last Heart Attack by Sanjay Gupta, Dr. Sanjay Gupta, the medical director of CNN. Okay? And we have right now the knowledge and the technology so that nobody dies of a heart attack. But again, people want to do whatever they want, and that's fine, but you're going to pay the price. Because remember, we need to counteract. If we do not counteract, we're going to degrade. So, and that's the 3rd aspect, the chronobiology. The 4th aspect is the whole orthomolecular nutrition. And there's a person called Linus Pauling. Please look him up. I mean, he's the only person that has won 2 Nobel Prizes. He's the genius. I mean, he already died, but he left an institute called the Linus Pauling Institute, where they do the most advanced investigations on micronutrients. Because now we know, I mean, we've known it for a while, Cutting Edge Wellbeing Academy, and I've been sharing it since 2005, that micronutrients are more essential than macronutrients. The macronutrients are proteins, carbohydrates, and fats, and we need them. But we need to cover the necessity of micronutrients. Right now, the majority of catastrophic illnesses, one of the main reasons is because of deficiencies in micronutrients, because our cells are not nourished. They're lacking micronutrients. Remember, the macro proteins have to be converted to micronutrients so the cell can absorb it. Mm. And we know what molecules, ortho means correct, molecular from molecules, the correct molecules. And we have partnered with a company, and that's what we recommend. And again, anybody interested, then we can talk about that also. And the 5th aspect is resonating vibratory frequency, okay? And that's our language, our word, what we speak. People think that they're gone with the wind, you know, that the wind takes away what we speak, and it's not that way. Remember the brains I mentioned? We have 2 cognitive brains. They're not hemispheres in our cranium, and they take things literally. There's a famous book. It's called "You Are What You Say" from Dr. Matthew Budd. Okay, that confirms this, and we've known it for long for Christians. Remember how the Gospel of John starts, right? At the beginning was the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Okay, so the Word, and there's a real famous book that's called The Four Agreements. If you haven't read that book, it's a real little simple book. Those four agreements are essential, and the first agreement is impeccable word. Whatever comes out of your mouth should be impeccable. The problem is they did not teach us to think before we speak. And this is a lifetime process. I mean, there doesn't have to be a hurry in this, but you're going to start catching yourself if you start practicing it, and you'll start changing the way you speak. There's a word here in Puerto Rico that it's really, popular in the United States now. I hear it a lot too. And it's, instead of saying marvelous, fantastic, they say brutal. And where does brutal come from? Brutality. So, your brain, as I mentioned, is going to take it literal. You don't want anything to do with brutality.
Sure.
Am I correct?
Yeah, well, this has been really great. Sorry you had lots of technical difficulties getting on, but yeah, I'd like to definitely do a whole show on the 5-step program that you have again. And
yes. And the next time we also we can talk about the Project Impulse, because again, cutting edge technology now, knowledge right now, we know that the main reason of being overweight or obese is not so much of exercise and nutritional aspect, it's a cognitive decline. Remember what I mentioned, that if you go to bed after 10 o'clock, you lose 40% of your cognitive capacity? So the people I put on the program, on the Project Impulse, have to be willing, because we resolve that cognitive optimization by two ways: lifestyle and supplements. Okay, we call it orthomolecular nutrition, and we have a specific product that helps to bring back that cognitive. But we have to also, it has to be accompanied by a lifestyle factor. So that's basically what I want to share with you. Again, we'll reschedule and talk some more, because I have a lot of information that I like to share and help people understand why we get sick and how we can prevent it. Remember, prevention is the solution, and we have the knowledge and technology to prevent. Okay.
Amen.
So, Carrie, yeah.
And so
I really appreciate and thankful for having me on, and we'll repeat this again once we fix our technical difficulties.
Yeah, no problem. I know my viewers are very, very interested in what you have to say, and we will definitely get you on again, Jose. I'm really sorry about the technical, but yeah, you have a world of information to help people, and it's just been a pleasure having you on the show. So
so you want to share? You want me to share my phone number? So
yeah, share all your information, please.
Okay. All right. The number is 939-355-1201. 939-355-1201.
And then if anybody wanted to get a hold of you by any other means out there, do you have any other?
Yeah, they can go to my email, which is orlando.josepr01@gmail.com. I'll repeat that. orlando.josepr01@gmail.com.
Okay, and then do you actually have a website or anything people can look at?
Yeah, right now there's a website that was just created by NowSite, which I'll get you for the next time. I'll have the link and we'll put it on the chat, and they can do it that way.
Oh, awesome! Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Well, it's really cutting edge. The website is really simple. It's Cutting Edge Wellbeing Academy.now.site, and that's it. And they'll go on the website and see something. We need to fix it a little bit, but it's operational right now.
And you're going to be focusing on these 5 steps mainly in your program.
Yes, well, that's the, remember, the Project Impulse has 5 pillars. And the first pillar of Project Impulse is that Tentarian protocol for systemic optimization. Okay?
Right.
If people don't have problems with overweight, then we optimize their systems. We do systemic optimization. All right?
Okay. Well, thank you so much for being on the
All right.
show, and have a great day.
One.
And God
Thank you very much,
bless.
All right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.